Divine Feminine men, this is for you. Being kind does not mean being used. Being soft does not mean being walked on either. Let's talk about how you love without losing yourself. As mentioned, divine feminine men approach love with presence, not performance. You don't chase or prove or overextend in order to be chosen, right? So you observe, you feel the energy, you notice patterns, and you probably move intentionally. Your power isn't in dominance, it's in discernment. So just because you're emotionally available doesn't mean that everybody gets your heart. And that's a boundary, right? Some other boundaries look a little bit more like self-respect. You don't rush intimacy, you don't engage in trauma bonding, and you don't overshare with people who haven't proven themselves to be safe. So how can you avoid being taken advantage of? Listen closely. You don't get used because you're kind. You get used because you don't have any limits. Divine feminine men are generous, and generosity needs a gatekeeper. You stop being taken advantage of when you stop rescuing, when you stop fixing, and when you stop giving more than you receive. This is such a hard thing to gauge. So just check the reciprocity. And I have sort of 3 questions for this. Is this mutual? Is this consistent? And do they pour back into me? Right? It's not going to be like, I give you a flower and you give me a flower. We're not talking about that kind of reciprocity. We're talking about, I provide something for you and you are thankful, considerate, grateful. You show me something in return that I can identify as reciprocity. This is sort of getting into love languages too. And if the answer is no, then you need to pull back. If you have a wounded feminine energy, this is for men or women, when you need to pull back, you don't because you're wounded, and you start trying harder to get the response or reciprocity that you're expecting and that you're hoping for. That's how you know you're a wounded person. This divine feminine energy that I'm talking about is a more healed and balanced feminine energy. And so you're not going to be explaining, you're not going to be convincing, you're not going to be proving, right? You're just going to pull back because you're looking for a reciprocity that validates and honors what you bring to the relationship. No over texting, no over giving, no overextending, no overstaying. You're going to match effort. And again, it doesn't mean tit for tat, right? We're talking about apples and oranges here because people give and receive in different layers, different values. So only you can really